Yeah, card number 623. You're very right. I'll read out. People keep their knowings within and feel okay and live according to those mindsets. Then what about knowledge is wisdom? It's like a dead book in living flesh. That means great knowings not translated into doing and being are like dead book in living flesh. So wonderful. All kinds of great knowings are available in the Bible and the Quran and the Gita, in the Upanishads and the Vedas, all kinds of great philosophies and wonderful perspectives about existences of all kinds included, of the greatness of the human entity. Then why there is so-called evil? In fact, it is only the Christian perspective. Christian philosophy talks about evil as a fundamental condition of humanity. They have conceptualized something called Satan, S-A-T-A-N. I don't know whether other religions, I have gone through most of the fundamentals. I think none of the other religions talks about such a solid concept of evil, represented in some entity, like the God. There is evil. So why there is evil? I also spent a lot of time wondering about why, how people, despite talking about great ideas, continue to do evil. Despite such a campaign, despite such great talks available all over, why there is still the evil? Okay? I have one answer, that is eugenics, EUGENICS. Eugenics roughly means what? I suppose it was Plato who first talked about the concept of eugenics. He explained it as only healthy men and women should be allowed to marry and have children. So he believed in sound mind and sound body. He somehow understood that the body is the mind. It is the body problem. I would say the central nervous system wiring problem that some people are just ignorant of their own wonderful ideas and at a given point of time or continuously do wrong things, intimidating others, injuring others, insulting others, killing others, conquering others, barbaric, primitive activities which are manifested even by world leaders. For example, China, with all the advanced technologies, okay, they are leading in technological gadgets, okay. They have created even 5G or whatever, okay. Despite such advanced technologies and modern cities and all those things, their basic tendencies, I mean at least of the leaders, is still the primitive barbarian tendencies, because that is their background. And they continue to live like that. Their eating habits, their body is very corrupted. It is maintained in that evil condition by eating all kinds of things, for example. Okay, forget about that. What according to me eugenics is hygienic, healthy, or proper sexual behavior. When I said every cat is a cat, all cats are equally competent because the timing of sexual behavior of cats or birds or all animals, the timing of their sexual intercourse is programmed by the nature process. All those animals are to be equally competent, equally brilliant Their engine power should be equal, otherwise they cannot survive. They don't have universities and learning centers, so there is no time for them to learn everything. So the birds do not need any training in constructing such marvelous nests. The cats do not need any training. That's programmed, that's wired into their body, into their creatures. Okay? Whereas human beings, unlike cats and birds, because of the puny intelligence of the human beings and their search for pleasure, the pleasure principle, they would prefer to have sex at any point of time. If there is a particular point of time, if there is a rhythm for sexual activity for all other creatures in the planet Earth, human beings are also creatures of the planet Earth, and there must be an appropriate timing. There must be an appropriate time for sexual activity of the human beings also. Because sexual activity, unlike flying fighter jets and pulling the triggers of AK-47 and manipulating policies and intimidating population, sexual activity is an activity of the creature, like hunger. Okay? It is not out of any learning. All right? Like every human being has to sit, whether the president or the prime minister or the world leader or the great religious leader or the great businessman, he or they have to sit down and sit every morning. Because that's an activity of the creature. That's the evidence that human beings too are creatures of planet Earth. Therefore, there must be a timing for sexual activity also, which the human beings do not know. So there is a wide variation. Okay, from the male body at any time sperms can come out. Fortunately, in the female body there is only one egg in every cycle of 28 days. Fortunately. So only about 10 possible human beings, because every egg is a potential human being. But the 28 eggs are 28 human beings. There is a normal distribution. Similarly, in a single ejaculation, there are about 2.5 to 3 million sperms. One of them meets the egg and it forms into a zygote. The 300 million sperms are 300 million potential human beings, see? A normal distribution. Which one of them goes and meets the egg in the fallopian tube? So, because of that variation in the timing of sexual activity or conception, there is variation in the human beings also. So I would say the so-called evil tendencies are no fault of actually the given people who do that. It is a fault of their wiring. It is a fault of the false, faulty, erratic, careless, what to use that word, sexual manifestation of careless sexual instinct of the, especially maybe of the man and of the woman. They just don't understand. They are just victims of their instincts. So naturally the variation. So when millions of sexual intercourse are happening, it follows a statistical distribution. About roughly 50% below capacities and about 50% above capacities and about plus 3 sigma and above. A few human beings, like every cat is a cat is a cat, that human beings are much closer to the ideal possible configuration, entelechy of the human entity. All the so-called highly original, creative, so-called creative, original individuals called geniuses, they are all coincidental. When millions of sexual intercourse are happening, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of them happen to be coincidentally at the right time, you know. They are people like Vivekananda or great individuals, Krishna or Buddha or Patanjali or Rabindranath Tagore or Zakir Hussain or you take anybody in the field of poetry, painting, art, literature, philosophy, science, technology, ideologies, great leaders, Mahatma Gandhi and so on and so forth. You take any examples. Okay. Got the point? So you have to be alert, not to be a victim of a mere sexual instinct. When you become a mystic, When you become a mystic leader, you have to explain this to the people and make them aware that their sexual activity is not something to be fooled around with. It is a divine activity, let us say so, because sexual activity is the program of the universal processes, because the universe is concerned about the continuity of the species. Get the point? All right. So you understand why evil are evil? When I interviewed a lot of criminals, about 16, 17 criminals I have interviewed, they all said at the core of their heart they are good, they are good entities. They also know that they are violating the rules. Every criminal knows. Everybody knows instinctively what is good and what is bad, but despite that, they enter into a psychological cocoon and they have no way other than doing that evil inspiration. So it is not actually, it is not that somebody decided to become evil and some others decided to become good, okay? So it's all basically the defect of the root, the kind of seed that was formed and was planted at a wrong time, at an erratic time, at a bad time. Understand? Okay. So you have taken a very significant card of learning today. Okay? Good luck. Say thank you.